right, so I would like to ask all of you to help me with a little experiment. I'm going to put some things out on the table, and I want you to think about what would happen if I said when I leave here this evening, I'm not going to be able to take any of these things with me. So I'm going to leave them all here, and I'm just going to ask if you could work it out to split up these things and distribute them among yourselves. And what I want to ask you to do is just to play fairly and to make sure that everybody gets their fair share and that nobody gets upset or walks away with their feelings hurt. All right? You'd be willing to help me do that? We're going to start with a deed to my house. It's a very nice home in Salem, Oregon that has lovely views of the coastal range. And here we have some recent bank statements. And in this envelope, there are some investment statements along with some retirement accounts. And in this envelope, there are a couple of car titles. One's for a RAV4 and one's for a Camry. And they're Toyotas, so they aren't worth as much as they were, before the recall happened, but there's still some value there. And then here is a title to some timeshare properties. And I also have some jewelry. I guess I won't be able to take that with me either. I have some diamond earrings and a necklace and some wedding rings. So if I were to say I can't take any of this stuff with me tonight, do you think that all of you could figure out how to divvy these things up among yourselves? Think you could do that? Probably. And you know why? Because none of you ever woke up in my house on Christmas morning. That's right. None of you have ever walked through the front door of my house to smell the brisket baking in the oven. No one here knows what my father had to sacrifice financially or physically to buy these diamonds for my mother. And none of you know the stories or the love that is symbolized in these rings. So the fact that you don't have any memories or emotional attachment to my stuff would make it pretty easy for you to decide to just get everything appraised, sell it, split the profits, and each go your own way. Would you agree with that? That's pretty simple. Okay, now suppose instead of being in a room full of nice people and relative strangers, that everyone that is in this room is a sibling or an in-law or a child or a niece or a nephew, and suppose that instead of these being my things, they belong to your parents. Do you think that everyone in your family could probably agree on an equitable distribution without any disagreements or arguments?